Born on the 30th of November 1874, Churchill was brought up by his nanny, Mrs. Everest, with his younger brother Jack at Blenheim Palace in Oxfordshire. Winston Churchill's father, Lord Randolph Henry Spencer Churchill, was the Conservative politician, and his mother, Jenny Jerome, was the daughter of a New York stockbroker, financier, and newspaper proprietor. After attending a boarding school near Ascot, Berkshire, Churchill went to Brunswick School, but from 13 and upwards he attended Harrow School. As a child, he was willful and rebellious, and he went against school discipline. During his time in Harrow School, Churchill was thought by others to not be clever enough to even go to university, and he only passed the entrance exam for the officer training school at Sandhurst on his third attempt. After passing the exam, he stayed at the Cavalry Cadet Royal Military Academy in Sandhurst for another year. After the military academy, Churchill worked as a journalist and covered wars of empire in Cuba, India's northwest frontier, the Sudan, and South Africa as a correspondent for several London newspapers between 1895 and 1900. Churchill then became Privy Councillor in 1907, May 1st, and the Prime Minister, First Lord of the Treasury, and the Minister of Defence in May 1940. Churchill led Britain in World War II from the brink of defeat to victory as the Prime Minister in 1940 to 1945. Churchill did this by never giving up, even when everything was going badly for Britain, and inspiring the people of Britain and the soldiers with his speeches.
The impressive and inspiring spectacle we have witnessed in Hyde Park this morning displays the vigor and the efficiency of the civil defense forces of London.
During World War II, Churchill had two goals in mind: to defeat the Germans and to avoid unnecessary carnage. His strategy was to attack the Germans' more vulnerable periphery, opening new fronts in distant theaters, thus weakening the Germans. Britain ended up winning by the Royal Air Force Fighter Command, whose victory created the conditions for Great Britain's survival and blocked the possibility of invasion. Another one of Churchill's accomplishments is the active role that he played in the passage of the People's Budget. In 1909, the People's Budget was introduced in the British Parliament by David Lloyd George. It imposed extraordinary taxes on the rich as well as dramatic social welfare programs. It is regarded as the first budget in British history to proclaim a desire to redistribute wealth amongst the British people, and Churchill vigorously supported it. During his early political career, Churchill was also a driving force behind a slew of radical social policies that came to be known as liberal welfare reforms. These included, among other things, providing free school lunches to children, establishing pensions for individuals over the age of 70, and freeing farmers to farm their land without the intervention of landlords. Churchill received numerous statues and accolades for his service to his country throughout his life. He is largely regarded as the greatest British Prime Minister of all time and the most well-known British leader. This is due to his ability to successfully lead Britain through World War II and his motivational speeches. His Nobel Peace Prize in Literature, which he received in 1953, is the most significant honor he has received, which he was awarded for his mastery of historical and biographical description, as well as for brilliant oratory in defending exalted human values. Churchill received the India Medal, the Queen's Sudan Medal, the Queen's South Africa Medal, the Congressional Gold Medal, and numerous other medals, decorations, and orders in addition to the Nobel Peace Prize. Finally, he was honored with a bronze sculpture in London's Parliament Square. Thank you for listening.